Hey everybody, welcome to an episode of Speak On It. And as you can see, all three fellas is in the building on tonight, man, as we cover a crazy couple of days. It was like just NBA free agency jumped off and it was just nonstop. Uh a thrill ride, in my opinion, because there was a lot of stuff that I just did not see happening. Um, I think the biggest one that got the most, in my opinion, the most mixed results was Cat to, well, I'm sorry, Cat joining with Rudy Gobert in Minnesota. And I don't know how y'all felt about it. Dom seemed a little bit of excited about it. Dom, you want to tell everybody how you felt about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it. Um, I would say, I don't think Cat's a true big. I don't think he's a five. We saw in the postseason when they had to try to play when he tried to play five. That's when he got his most fouls, and that's when he kept getting charges. Like I don't know if he's a true back to the back big man. And he said himself he wanted to be the best shooting big man ever. So in order to assist him with that, get a rim protector. Get somebody who is that's his only job. It's to rim run and to rim protect. So I love it. I think that they are going away from traditional with traditional in the league right now, and they are doing their own thing. So like when Golden State said, okay, we're gonna go small. Now the whole league wanna go small. You can't beat Golden State. You can't beat Golden State going small. You just can't. We just saw the Celtics try to beat them going small, and it don't work. So you gotta try something else. So I like what they're doing.
Someone?
Uh, First off, welcome everyone. We're not going to gloss over the fact of the theme song. I was back here bobbing, so we definitely not going to gloss over that. Um,
I
um,
tried. I tried to.
Listen, man, nah. I was gonna let Dom have his time. I wanted to interject so bad, but I was like, nah. Um, I was over here bobbing. This letting me. Um, so with Rudy going to Minnesota. Um, First and foremost, I definitely agree with Dom that it definitely frees up Cat to play what I think is his natural position, which is the four, not necessarily the five. If we're talking about position basketball, we know in this league that it can be positionless, but I mean it gives him a rim protector. In my opinion, I feel like they gave up too much. Um, because we've all discussed about how Rudy Gobert, like he's a great rim protector, but he's an offensive liability, and he gives them that protection, but I still felt like, is he worth that much? I mean, apparently Minnesota thought that he was. Um, I I know we've had talks about Pat Bev, but I think that Pat Beverly gave them a different attitude. And I think that even though he's been from team to team to team, I think that takes away from their toughness. I think that was one of the reasons why they did what they did at the end of the season. Um, I think his attitude, his bravado, all of that, I think plays a part into the culture that was the 2022 Timberwolves. To try to build on that, definitely having Anthony Anderson and Cat, you definitely want to build on that core. I personally don't think that Rudy was the answer. Um, it was definitely a big splash, but I don't think that he's the answer going forward, in my opinion, for what they need to win out west.
Um, I personally, I don't, I don't like the, I don't like the trade at all. Um, I don't think Cat's a four. Uh, Defensively, I don't think he can defend the top fours in the league, especially as Dom said, most teams are going small. So now we're getting traditional threes playing at the four. And then you add another defender as great as Rudy is as a rim protector, he's terrible in pick and roll. And so is Cat. So now you got two bigs to choose from to get the switch. I just don't think, from a basketball standpoint, in today's NBA, I don't think it meshes. I don't think it works. This is the 2000s. You got Twin Towers. You got early 2000s, the 90s. You got Twin Towers. You in a good position. But in today's NBA, think I just don't think those two work well together because defensively, outside of the Rudy Gobert being probably a better rim protector, they're almost the same defensive liability in today's NBA with so much pick and roll.
So I got two questions I want to ask y'all. One I want to ask, what did they give up for him? I mean, because we're talking about the picks. If they late round picks,
They better be good. And if they're not good and those picks turn
yeah,
into
not good.
quality first rounders, then yes. You know what I mean? But if they're going to continue to be projected as a playoff team and projected to contend in the West, then no, those picks probably are role players at
Right.
best versus
Which is
lottery picks.
which is what they assume. I mean that
Hmm.
they're when you make that move, you assume
So
that you're gonna be good.
yeah, but you okay? So it says the Jazz receive Malik Beasley, Patrick
Uh huh.
Beverly,
Walker Kessler.
Me- uh, Bolmero, Walker Kessler, Jarrett Vanderbilt, 2023 first round pick, 2025 first round pick, 2026 pick swap, 2027 first round pick, 2029. I said 2007, 2027 first round pick, and 2029 first round pick protected. You gave
Those are
four first rounders.
basically
Yeah.
five for
Again,
Walker Kessler.
they better be a playoff team.
Right.
Otherwise, that's a terrible look.
I think
And
when you hear
that's the only reason you're giving those up because you're
right,
projecting that we're going to continue to be contending for a championship with the
I think when
guys
you
that we
hear
have.
I think when you hear all those picks, you're like, dang, you gave all those picks for that. And if it's a
See, the
20,
NFL.
right, if it's a 29 round pick, 29 pick, if it's a 27 pick, like they trade all their picks while they think this team or this core is going to be in a run. They traded the pick, they traded for Rudy, who I think got like 4 years from this deal, and they just read up Cat for another 5 years. That's 2027. So I'm like, if I'm trading picks where I think this core is going to be in their prime, I really ain't giving up nothing. You know what I mean? And then the other thing I want to ask y'all is, who are who the fours? Who are the fours in the West that they gonna have to go up against? Who the top fours in the West that they gonna have to go up against? I mean, so when I think about Denver, they ain't got a top four. Golden State, they ain't got a top four. LA, Anthony Davis can be guarded
I
if he
think
allows himself to be
they
guarded.
hold on. Golden State might not have a top four, but we can't pretend that Draymond Green on that team isn't a problem, and not just his play, but his mental game with Cat.
So I had I did have a conversation with my man earlier, my man Mar. Shout out to my man Mar. I do think Golden State is different. So I will say that. I believe Golden State is a different animal. You know what I mean? But other than that, who in the West at the 4? Who in the West is going to be able to take advantage of that liability?
Of what? Putting him in pick and rolls and him and Rudy Gobert at will in pick and rolls?
Just guarding the 4s. Because
Just guarding the 4s?
Yeah, it's like who. So when you put Cat at the 4, I don't see another 4 where I say, you know what? He probably gonna give Cat work.
In the West?
Anthony Davis, like I said, but Anthony Davis, Anthony Davis like Cat to me. He hit or miss.
I guess the Clippers go small. It's going to be either Kawhi or PG. Let's see. Not sure what Dallas is going to have. Not sure what Phoenix is going to have. A lot of teams haven't finished playing it out. So maybe he's the best 4 in the West.
So, can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So when we said the Clippers, right? If it's Reggie Jackson or if it's John Wall, I'm putting Rudy Gobert on John Wall. And I'm putting 2 feet in the paint. And I'm saying John Wall shoot all day. I just don't see where there's a team, maybe outside of Golden State.
Hold on, time out, T-Mark. Did you just say you're going to put Rudy Gobert on John Wall?
Yep. Because he's the easiest one to defend. Not saying that Rudy can stick you.
But there's other guys on the floor. Like he's like the probably the 3rd or 4th guy I'd be worried about on the Clippers.
Yeah. If I put
So you're gonna take your rim protector, and then I'm only gonna do is say, John, go stand over there somewhere.
Okay. And I'm gonna stand.
And then your best rim protector now is off somewhere.
I'm not guarding.
Good luck with that one.
If John Wall is standing off somewhere, I'm not guarding John Wall. I'm just saying I'm not.
So where's he gonna be?
I'm gonna stand with 2 feet in the paint. Or 2 feet below the arc. I'm not guarding.
He still is not gonna be in a position to protect the rim, which is his greatest value as a defender.
I don't know that. I mean, I don't know if he is. I'm just saying I don't know. I'm just saying when you think that they can go small, and you're gonna say you're gonna attack Rudy from the perimeter. If John Wall's the one that's trying to attack me from the perimeter, I'm not scared of that. I'm not scared of John Wall trying to attack me from the perimeter, because he can't shoot.
I get what you're saying, but I think where it comes down to it is that if you got him on John Wall, that takes away from his biggest asset, which is being a rim protector. If I get what you're saying, like he's not, because you're saying that you're relying on John Wall to not be able to shoot the 3, correct?
Right. Yeah.
And I get that. However, if you to Biv's point, if you have John Wall just be like stand out here and you draw Rudy out the post, then that takes away from the reason why you brought him here.
But why would I leave the post? That's what I'm saying. Why would I leave the post if you're telling me John Wall standing behind the 3-point line? Why would I leave the post?
Because you should. Okay. So then once he gets the ball, then what?
Okay, then shoot. John Wall, shoot.
But he's a downhill player, though. So, okay, I mean, either way, he's coming to the paint.
But then that's my strength, though, right?
Yeah, to be on the sideline with a whole bunch of fouls.
No, I don't think Rudy Gobert's going to get fouled. One, I don't think John Wall is as explosive as he used to be. So,
dude, he's got rested legs for 4 years.
All right, well, I got to see it. So if he attacked me and it's happening, then okay, I'll make an adjustment. That's on the coach to make the adjustment. But as far as trying to go small, the only person that you can guard on that team, Rudy, is probably John Wall. Because I might put you on Paul George. I ain't putting you on Kawhi Leonard. I
But
ain't putting Marcus.
that still leaves
Cat,
Cat as a
Cat still
disability.
gotta guard one of them.
No, and then you put so again. Who else? I put Cat on freaking. He's not a liability against Marcus. Marcus Morris? He's not a liability against Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris ain't beat me off the dribble.
Well, Marcus Morris is coming off the bench.
I don't know if Marcus Morris is coming off the bench.
He like it's
So,
just
so then,
I just
so now you're saying that
I get what you're saying, but it's a lot. It's a lot for him, man.
I
It's a
just don't
lot
think
for
so.
7 points,
I'm
8
just saying.
rebounds, and
I'm
2
just
blocks.
saying that as an offense in today's game with the pick and roll and the shooting, we seen what Rudy Gobert was when he was in Utah. Pick and rolls, and getting out the shooters was not his thing. He can't do that. And now you're putting him on the floor with another guy that is exactly like that. He struggles in pick and roll and getting out the shooters. So I just feel like defensively is where it hurts. Offensively, cool, do whatever. But defensively, I feel like they're pretty much the same person, other than Rudy's a better rim protector.
But they had a top 10 defense last year. And then
Who?
you just add
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yes, but okay. You can have a top 10 defense all you want. Were they a top 10 team in the NBA last year?
No.
No. So you can have a top 10 defense all you want. And you can add another defensive piece down low all you want. You also gave up Jared Vanderbilt, who was a solid defender in the post. You gave up Pat Bev, who was a solid defender on the perimeter. So you just not, it's not like you just got the same guys defensively as well that you had last year when you just added Rudy. So you gave up some perimeter defense as well to get that. So I just feel like defensively, I just don't know how it works. I feel like you just gave teams 2 guys that I can just attack all night long and pick and roll. In today's NBA, that's all everybody runs. And now I got 2 guys to choose from at all night long.
So again, I just don't. Again, I think it's a great because you have to do something different. And again, it's not like they're the only ones that run 2 bigs. Memphis runs 2 bigs.
But you're not paying both of them over $200 million, Dom.
No, you aren't. So I agree.
You're not paying both of them over $200 million. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're investing a lot of money into these 2 guys, and they're basically the same person defensively, other than one's just a better rim protector than the other. And in today's NBA, I don't know if that's a great investment.
I just think
it says you're trying, but
I just think what we keep saying in today's NBA, you can't. We already saw that you can't beat Golden State playing that way.
Why do I have to worry? I'm not worried about trying to beat Golden State.
So that's what I'm saying.
I'm not worried. I may not run into them. I need to be the best I can be. And I'm not sure I can be the best I can be when I have 2 guys on the floor all night long that teams can say, all right, guy, it's your turn. You're going to get in this pick and roll. And they're going to say, all right, now it's your turn to get into the pick and roll. Like, you know that they're coming at you and there's nothing you can do about it.
I agree. But I think that Minnesota thinks that they are at their best this way. Evidently, they do because they just gave up 5 first round picks. And I think that the reason I like it is because they're doing something different. They're not going with, okay, we're going to try to play this 5 out and spread you out and have all these shooters. No, we're going to try to punish you. We're going to have 2 bigs. We're going to be probably the biggest team on the court every night, and we're going to out rebound you, and you're going to have this shoot over it.
But you said punish you. Like, Rudy Gobert is not an offensive threat. Throw the ball down there to him. Please do that.
No.
Please. That's not a no.
They're going to punish them on the boards. We know he ain't no offensive threat.
It remains to be seen. I mean, it remains to be seen. we'll see what happens with them. I hope it works for them, but
So
I don't see them. I don't see them being. I don't see them getting better from that move.
I was going to ask both of y'all. Do you think that this improved, kept it the same, or
Me personally, I think they're gonna be a top 3 team in the West next year. Seeding
okay?
wise, seeding wise.
Okay, I would disagree.
You said the
I-
top 3 team
You
in the West.
you also disagree with me with Golden State winning the championship, but
No, I didn't. I said Golden State in 6.
I'm talking about the beginning of the year.
Oh, did I?
Of course you did, man. Nobody
I
thought they
probably
were
said
going to
Brooklyn.
win without Clay
Hey,
being 100%.
at the beginning of the playoffs, though, I did say watch out for the Warriors. I wouldn't be surprised. I
You
really
did
think I said that.
say
But hey, I was
that
on
at
the
the beginning of
Brooklyn.
the playoffs.
I was on the
But
Brooklyn. I was on. I mean,
Anyway,
KD, Brooklyn.
so Minnesota's a top 3 team in the West next year. Dom says.
record wise, yes. I still think they lose in the second round, but I think that they're going to be a top 3 seed in the West with the record wise.
Okay.
I don't think this improved this team, and I see this unless they make some other move. I see this being as a disadvantage.
I think what let's before I say anything, they won 46 games last year.
Mm-hmm.
They won 46 games last year. Last year, 53 was the top 3. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say, so you're saying they're going to be a 50 plus win team next year.
Yeah, I believe so. Yep.
Okay, that's fine. I think Denver gets better next year. I think New Orleans is better next year. I think the Clippers are better next year. I think the Lakers are better next year. I think Minnesota is the exact same team. I think they're in the play-in at right around 45 wins.
I don't think the Lakers are better next year. I don't think the Clippers actually care about seeding. I do think New Orleans is a top 2 team next year. And I do agree with Denver, but I also think Denver doesn't care about seeding either.
Man, you say, hold on, man. So New Orleans and Minnesota are gonna go and just jump to the top 3. So Golden State, Minnesota, and Denver is the top. I'm sorry, Minnesota and New Orleans. Those are the top 3 seeds in the West next year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I also think there are teams like Memphis. I just don't think there are certain teams are going to care about seeding. I think it's going to be about rest. I think Memphis is going to. I think Minnesota is going to be one of the teams that actually wants to shoot for seeding. I actually think New Orleans is going to want to shoot for seeding because they're young. They're young, and then it's kind of new to them. I don't think Golden State really cares about seeding.
Okay. Interesting.
Extremely.
Again,
I like where you thinking there, Dom. You listen. You didn't test some stuff. Hey, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, man.
I like it. I like it.
You must know what Tim Conley doing over there in Minnesota. Something,
man. All right. So, outside of that, was there anything that caught your attention?
Really, the elephant in the room? Are we really gonna do this?
Well, we gotta save that for last.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you made it seem like like Katie didn't request to leave Brooklyn. Okay, we'll say that for last.
Hold on, man. I've already been saying that they was going to trade him, so that wasn't really that shocking to me.
It wasn't shocking to you?
No, I said clean house. Me and Dom been saying clean house.
Okay. Well, it was news to me, but
I knew it was coming. Bro.
What was one of the things that shocked me? Of course, we all knew Brunson was going to New York.
Yeah,
that was given.
It was speculated weeks ago.
Bradley
DeJounte Murray,
Bill gave me a pump fake.
What you
man.
say?
Oh,
Bradley Bill gave me a pump fake.
He didn't give me a. He or never. He had already said he was gonna take the option. So once he said that, I was like, yeah, he only opted out so he could get more money. So yeah, that was
It
it.
went well. When I seen that he opted out, I was like, okay, he might test the waters.
Nah,
I mean, get your bread, buddy. Go get that
nah,
bag, good brother. Go get that
Bradley
bag.
Bill don't want to win.
nah. I'm with Dom. I think that the Dejounte Murray uh,
Yeah,
trade to the Hawks was probably the most eye catching to me. Um, just because I was thinking that the Spurs were going to keep him around to try to build a core. So to see him on the
Actually,
move was I didn't expect it.
I actually thought he was going to get traded, but I just didn't think I didn't see him getting traded to the Hawks, and I didn't see him getting traded to the Hawks and them keeping John Collins. I just didn't see that. I thought that they would swap those two players, but with them two, with them to actually have both of them. So I think the Hawks is a team that actually can get better because they still have John Collins that they can move.
yeah. I definitely agree with that. Also, that the fact that I mean, they bought out Gallinari and they got 3 first round picks. So that you're telling me that you're trying to rebuild,
Yeah.
then you know what I mean, trying to build on what you have. So I mean, I don't know unless I mean we know when it comes to the Spurs, they're not big when it comes to like free agency in a
Mm-mm.
sense. You know what I mean? Like so
Or really the trade market.
yeah. So for them to do that, I think it's like all right, we're going to take us some steps back and see what the future holds for us.
But it was also interesting in them doing that with Pop also sticking around
Yeah.
for a rebuild.
Right. Right.
So that was real interesting for me.
And I mean, for Atlanta, it doesn't of course improves their backcourt. They didn't have to give up Collins, um, and I mean, I like Gallinari. He's a consistent 16 and 8 guy. You know what I mean? But
But they
I
cut him.
definitely think that they are trying to build on what they did not this year, but the year before, when they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think they're trying to rekindle that. They feel like last year was an off year and keep it moving and see what we can do in the East because anything is possible now. We know what's going on in New York.
Anything is possible and where? In the East?
In the East,
Oh
they was
my
in the,
God.
they were did they were they not in the Eastern Conference Finals a year and a half ago or 2 years ago?
Yes. However,
Okay,
if we
okay,
being real, if we're being honest,
I'm being honest.
Ben Ben Simmons didn't shoot in 5 4 quarters. So if we're being real, if we're being honest, Ben Simmons didn't shoot in 5 4 quarters. Let's not act like they didn't get smoked by Miami last year.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that they felt like they are just a couple pieces away from making a nice run. And doing this trade shows that they're all in on their core and adding this piece, they feel like this is the move that can put them over the hump.
Oh, so we're saying how they feel, not what we actually think. Like because if we're being real, the East got better from top to bottom. The East got better.
Yeah, but they had to do something too. You know what I mean?
They
From
did.
their
No, they did.
perspective. And
They
I feel
did.
like they got better.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with. I believe that they got better. I do agree with that. However, let me ask you this question: the pairing of the two,
Hmm.
because Dejounte Murray is not a shooter,
Hmm.
and Trey Young is ball dominant.
Hmm.
So how does that help the team? Help them?
because you add another all-star caliber player on your team in the backcourt, along with keeping the young guy Collins in the front court, and you already have a borderline superstar in Trey Young, so you have a nice three to build off of. It's not like you improved your backcourt.
No, I agree. But I'm saying as far as the fit,
Offensively, like you didn't really need. You already knew who's the go-to guy offensively, right? And it's not like Murray's a slacker when it comes to the offense. We know that he's preferably a defender, but at the
hmm
same time, he can play both ways. So,
I agree.
I mean,
But
in
he's
the
not a
end,
shooter.
he's not. And I mean, like they're just looking to improve their backcourt, in my opinion, with this. And
Also,
And the guy
the
with
way
Kevin Herter.
also the way that teams were defending, the way that Miami defended Trey last year, it's probably better suited for him to have not had the ball in his hands so much.
I agree. But
So now you have a true point guard that you can have the
hmm
ball in his hands to kind of take the ball out of Trey. This, I hate the comparison all the time, but the same way that Golden State does with Steph to get him going. Sometimes they get him off the ball, move him around. He's harder to corral than with the ball in his hand. He's harder to defend, but with the ball not in his hand. So I feel like that helps. I'm It definitely helps with having a bigger defender, better defender in the backcourt. Now,
but
I
but
still
the
say
Trey
they move John.
committed
I
to
still
playing
say
that
they
way.
move John. I still say they move John Collins.
They will. They don't. He already said he's done there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so I do think John Collins is going. But is Trey committed to playing the way Steph plays? That's the thing.
No, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to play this the way that he doesn't have to play the way that Steph plays. He just has to buy into not being as ball dominant.
Okay.
That's it.
And
Just buy
that's
into
what I'm saying.
not being as ball dominant. That's all he has to buy into. If he can't buy into that, then it's going to be an issue, and it's not going to work. And it'll be really, really clear, really, really quickly. But if he buys in, I believe, I believe they can be a really good team, a really good fun team to watch. So
So he's
oh,
so go ahead.
if you still, I wanted to say another one that got me too.
go
All
ahead,
right.
Don.
So
You
real
go
quick,
finish up there.
Yeah.
real quick, because I think when you take the ball out of Trey's hands, you take away Trey's best attribute, which is his passing.
Okay.
I
And now
think his best.
now
I think his best attribute. I think his best attribute is his ability to score.
I
I was
think his
going
best
to say
attribute
now
is his vision.
it puts more on. I mean, if his best attribute is passing, then now it puts, if you're off the ball, is more to where you are really focused on scoring at this point. Like, I mean, if you have Murray bringing up the ball, you pretty much have, like, not saying he's AI, but you have like a Eric Snow AI type of backcourt. And I'm not comparing Murray to Eric Snow whatsoever. But I'm
I know,
saying, like,
no,
we knew that AI was really the two, but he wasn't the one that had the ball. I mean, he had the ball a lot. But the point guard that set up everything would be my man Eric Snow, that for some reason could not shoot 70% from the free throw line.
the thing about DeJounte is, again, DeJounte gave you 22, 9 and 9 last year. Like,
That's tough.
he's not a slouch, but
Not at all.
he needs the ball. He needs the ball in his hand as well. So I just think I do like that Atlanta got him. I just think I need to see, just like how y'all feel about the Rudy and Cat thing. I feel the same way about the DeJounte and the Trey thing. I just need to see how it works.
Now, one of the things that we've talked about on here before in discussion that we had is about, does Boston need a pure point guard? And now they've added Malcolm Brogdon. I think that was a huge. It was a heat, like that one kind of shocked me. I ain't even gonna hold, like I was like, wow, okay, and it made me cross over to what y'all was saying a little bit. Like, man, listen, that I think I would take him I would keep Smart, of course, but I mean like that to me is a slight upgrade overall at the point guard position when it comes to
I,
that's just
I agree with you, but
no
somebody said something
nothing away
stupid.
from Marcus Smart.
No. I love the Brogdon move, but somebody said something super important and had me thinking. Like they said, yes, Malcolm Brogdon is a great pickup, but they said Malcolm Brogdon not gonna help. And here's why I say he's not gonna help. He said because Boston needs their best players to make better decisions.
To make
In
better
other words, like,
decisions.
to make better decisions. So when I put the ball in Jason Tatum's hands and when I put the ball in Jalen Brown's hands, Malcolm Brogdon was not going to have the ball at the end of the game.
Okay.
Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown will. They need to learn how to become better decision makers, regardless. So Malcolm Brogdon can tell them what to do, get them the right sets and everything like that. But unless Jason Tatum and Malcolm and Jalen Brown make better decisions,
Doesn't
because
that
they're
that
the
comes
ones.
with experience though,
That's
right?
I was getting ready to say, but that's also what a point guard helps develop.
I don't. I agree. I agree that a point guard and a coach can help you develop that, but they have to also want to make better decisions. Marcus Smart called the players only meeting, right? He wants them to make better decisions. He told them he needs them to make better decisions. They still didn't do it when the game counted. That again, I agree with him on. It does come with experience. So I'm not saying that I love the Malcolm Brogdon move. I
Hmm.
do love it. But listen, I immediately said I think this makes them almost unstoppable in the East when they got him. But then, like I said, when I was watching the analysts, he was like, Jason Tatum's gonna have the ball in his hands most of the time.
Hmm.
He has to be the one that makes better decisions.
He got to make shots, not even better decisions.
Right.
He got to
But
make shots.
that's also decision making because some of the shots that you take in Jason Tatum, I do think Malcolm Brogdon may help with this. Some of the shots you're taking, they're stupid bad shots. Jalen Brown, some of the shots that you're taking are bad shots. Like to me, Jalen Brown is streaky sometimes. Like when he gets streaky, he just takes dumb shots in my opinion.
Heat checks.
He takes dumb shots, and I'm like, why are you taking those dumb shots? Like Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, why are you driving in there? It's 4 people down there. Why are you driving in there with 4 people? That's decision making, and I don't know if Malcolm Brogdon helps that.
Well, I mean, that's his job as a point guard. Like, I mean, if he can't get it done, then it's not gonna be no different than Kemba Walker couldn't get it done, right? Uh, Kyrie before him, right? So we just add him to the list of point guards
I agree.
that went there and they couldn't get it done.
They
Like
couldn't get this
it's
too.
just that simple. Like Marcus Smart has had the most success out of them as at the point guard position. But guess what? They too still couldn't get it done. So we can add him to the list too.
Yeah, add another
So,
person.
so I just think experience will help. I also think an experienced point guard. Also, Malcolm Brogdon is a really good defender. So I just feel like he fits Boston just more than Kyrie or Kimba did as well. I feel like just his basketball makeup, his DNA, the basketball player fits a Boston Celtic.
I agree with that. So let me ask you this question: how much can he help coming off the bench?
Who? Brogdon?
Yeah, because reports say that he might come off the bench.
I think he helps. I think he helps even more because now you can have a guy where he can stagger between the first and second units. He can be there to help carry the second unit and then help get those guys that come off the bench, whether it be Jason Tatum coming off the bench first or Jalen Brown coming back in the game. He can also be on the floor with them. But I also feel the same way as if they throw Marcus Smart to the bench. I feel like those two are interchangeable in that role.
I got you. But
Speaking
listen, I
of
love
Kimba, where Kimba gonna go?
it. Unless Kimba is
China?
accepting a backup role, a backup role. Only place he can go, like, you know what I mean, overseas.
He said China, bro. That's
Well,
what Kemba Walker is limited to.
Kimba's perfect spot was New York.
Yo, he was home, bro, and that didn't work.
Yeah.
Like, what else? I felt like I just feel like he had his run. I think his best years were in Charlotte, and his days of being a premier guy is over.
If
And
you
I'm
look
not
at any
sure
team, you can go. I
where
can
he
name
fit.
you all the teams in the NBA. I'm like, bro, Kimba, he can't go to no team unless he's gonna be a backup. Maybe Washington.
Him and Bradley Beal.
Maybe. But I'm glad you said Bradley Beal again, because I want to say this again. Bradley Beal don't want to win. Bradley Beal don't want to win. He don't.
You don't like what they're doing in Washington?
No.
Why not?
Because they picked. I think me and you been talking about it. I think me and you talking about this. They got a top, like, almost everybody in their start line is like a lottery pick. Almost everybody in their start line lottery picks. At what point do y'all stop? Do y'all get tired of picking in the lottery? At what point?
Man,
They should have sold what the Spurs did.
The lineup, they're on paper, man. Their team is tough.
Is it on paper?
On paper, they got a tough team.
On paper, man, the roster is not bad outside of a starting point guard, bro. You look at Will Barton. You got Bradley Beal. You got KP. You got Kuzma.
Like they got Johnny Davis.
On paper, the team is not bad.
They got Monte Morris too.
Yeah.
He's a point guard. His assistant turnover ratio is tough. They still going to lose. They're going to lose in the playing tournament. Because I don't think Bradley Beal. I love Bradley Beal. I don't think Bradley Beal is a Batman.
You don't think this team could contend for 8 seed?
8 seed,
bro. This team on paper should be competing for a top 5 seed in the East, bro. On paper, you're talking about the unicorn. You're talking about Bradley Beal. You're talking about Kuzma. You're talking about Will Barton. Man, those names.
Are they better than Cleveland?
On just the names alone, man. But no, they're not better than Cleveland.
Somebody said they should be competing for an 8 seed. Are they better than Atlanta?
Bradley, go get your money, bro.
Man, because
he got his money already.
And who's the coach there still?
Scott Brooks.
Hit it nowhere fast, man. Man, that's why the team is. That's an added cherry on top of why this team's trash, man.
I just don't think Brad. I don't think Brad is a Rob. I mean, he's a Batman. I think he's a Robin.
No, they got Wes Unseld Jr.
Oh, they do got Wes Unseld Jr.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's good.
Okay.
Maybe he fixes some issues then. Maybe he fixes some issues.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but because I'm with you, I don't think Bradley Beal is.
I don't think he's a Batman.
I don't think he can be the best player on a championship
team.
Wow.
He can't be the best player on a playoff team.
I think he can. I think he can on a playoff team.
I mean, they make the playoffs with Russ. Didn't Russ make the playoffs?
Yeah.
He's been the best player on the playoff team. But he can't be the best player on the championship caliber team.
I mean, listen, you're right. He did make the playoffs.
Because this team on paper, those names on paper, They should be. They should not. They should if they're in the play-in 7.
Listen, no, they're not gonna win 7. They lost to us. They lost to us, and we didn't have Joel Embiid. They lost to
Bruh,
the same.
again, I just said on paper. I said on paper. On paper. In reality, no. In reality, no. Christoph Porzingis is not. He's not the guy that we all thought he was going to turn out to be.
I like KP. He just injured, just like Brad. They both robbed.
You know what I mean? Kuz is a good piece, but he's a role player at best. Will Barton, as much as we like him, he's a role player at best. We can't pretend that he hasn't been in Denver stinking it up when Joker needed him.
Yep.
So, like,
I just think other teams got alphas,
and I don't think Washington has one.
Other teams got alphas.
So speaking of alphas, both y'all teams got. I'm the only one on here that don't have a team. So
don't say we got an alpha. Don't say that.
Okay, so I'll ask this question then. So, if you don't know, Biv is a Bulls fan, Dom is a Sixers fan. So, what did you like and dislike as far as what your team did so far?
I like and dislike that we are becoming Rockets East.
I was going to ask that.
All our free agent signings and the people we traded for are all Rockets. We got Mr. Rocket on the team. Tad Brown, I think, who was with the Rockets. He in our front office. We got Daryl Morey in our front office as well. Rockets East. We got like 4 or 5 Rockets on our team.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
So I'm just assuming by your tone that's a bad thing.
No. I think they're all tough, but there are other players out there, Daryl, who didn't play for the Rockets. Like PJ. So he brought in PJ, Daniel House, even D'Anthony Milton, he drafted him with the Rockets. I know the boy, the G League boy, he didn't draft him, but he played with the Rockets. And reports we trying to get Eric Gordon.
I did hear that too. I do like the
only thing they didn't have was Joel, man.
I do like the PJ no, right?
They're like, see, I told you if I had Will, we would have won in Houston.
I like the PJ Tucker though, man. I do like that.
But I don't.
It's a certain something, man, that he's hold on, listen to me though. For the past like 4 seasons, has he not been in the Eastern or Western Conference Finals?
Let me finish. Which is why I don't understand why he left Milwaukee to begin with.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either.
That's where I'm going. That's where I was going. Like, this dude left Milwaukee, like he just does what he wants. So, you know what I mean?
PJ said, listen, PJ said, I left Milwaukee, they made the Western Conference Finals. Like, I left, who else did he lose? They ain't made the Western Conference Finals. So maybe PJ think it's him. But for us, I do like PJ's toughness. I do not like paying PJ 3 years, $33 million.
I agree. I think it's 39. Is it 39?
No, it's 33.
Oh, okay.
If it was 39, bro, I would have called out tonight.
That's 11. That's 11 a year. That's more sneakers for PJ.
Yeah.
I think he got all of them actually. He said that he pretty much got everything, bro.
He was just our focus. He was our focal point, and I'm like, bruh, there are other players like I don't know if I said this to you on the chat, but I think they targeted PJ. Joel Embiid said it. They got a PJ Tucker. If we had a PJ Tucker, we would be tough. James Harden liked him, so I think that was a move for them.
Mm-hmm.
We need tough guys. That's what they think PJ Tucker brings. He's a tough guy. PJ Tucker's also 6'5". Like he's 37.
I was going to say another year older. Like, yeah.
You can find younger tough guys, people.
Cheaper.
Cheaper, younger, cheaper tough guys.
Oh. I have nothing to be excited about.
Y'all brought your whole team back.
Not
Yeah.
even the pickup y'all picked up today. Was it Dragic?
No, is it?
I don't need another point guard, man.
Actually, I'm sorry, Biff. This is your point.
We do not need another point. Do we really need another point guard?
No,
You
think
think we need another point guard? You think we need another point guard to add with Lonzo, with Kobe, with Caruso?
Yeah.
You think we needed another one?
Guards. You got a lot of guards.
Now y'all did pick up Andre Drummond.
I did like the Andre Drummond pickup. I did like that. But it's more the same. So we basically running it back. I'm hoping that they learned from, last year. Lonzo was hurt towards the end of the year. He didn't play in the playoffs either. So I'm hoping Zach makes that leap. If he takes that next step, that's why I said we don't have an alpha. If he makes that step as that alpha that everybody thinks he can be, I think we'll be fine, because that was what we were missing. That's why we weren't good against the best teams in the league last year, because we didn't have a guy that could just take over games. Like Zach has shown that he could do that in the past, but it's easy to do that when you're only going to get 25, 30 wins in a season. Can you do that when your team needs to get to that 4th seed, to that 3rd seed? Can you go out there and take those wins and beat the better teams in the league when you're expected to beat the better teams in the league?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think like, remember when LeBron first came to Miami and he was a struggle? Whose team was it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that happened with DeMar DeRozan and Zach? Because to me, in order for y'all to take that next level, the next leap, it has to be Zach's team.
Yeah, and that's the issue. I think it has to be Zach. I think DeMar's already proven who he is. Like he's had that opportunity in Toronto, and I don't want to see that. I don't want to be Toronto. I don't.
It was a very successful franchise.
Man, he was getting beat by LeBron and everybody and us. Come on, man. Like, they was getting swept, bro. Like, nah. I'm not saying that DeMar's not good, but the proof is in the pudding. With DeMar. DeMar is not gonna be the guy to take over games when you need him in the playoffs.
DeRozan is an alpha. Zach is soft. Oh.
Who said that?
Tightest man.
Bring it up.
I haven't seen DeMar be. I haven't seen DeMar be an alpha. Not at USC. Not at USC. Not in Toronto.
I'm gonna set my man whole thing down. No way you can be an alpha when you say I'll pay somebody $100 to tell me how to help me come stick LeBron. No way. Mentally, you check me.
LeBron now.
I don't care.
Yeah. He I don't know. We could keep saying it was LeBron, bro. But you can at least put up a fight and show up.
And you don't say that.
You can at least put up a fight and show up, bro.
You gotta keep that to yourself. My man out here trying to pay people to come help.
Like,
that's what you get paid for.
Yeah, I understand that's Brian, but you still put up a fight. Like, you don't buckle. Like, that's like saying, like, Like Reggie Miller and them was going up against Jordan, but they was still putting up fights. They was losing, but they were still putting up fights. They were still leaving their mark on the series. I don't remember DeMar DeRozan doing anything in those series against LeBron. I don't remember any moments. I don't remember any. He was just there. He was just there.
I think
He was just there, bro. They was just there.
And
I'm
this
trying to
is
think.
my,
And like you said, he was getting swept too. He was getting
He was
swept.
getting sweat, bro. Like, nah, bro. Like, nah, bro. Like, nah, bro. We the Bulls. We the Bulls, man. We don't. That's Jordan, Derrick Rose. We had guys that competed. You know what I mean? They were competitors. Even if we were getting smacked, you know what I mean? Ben Gordon and as we was getting smacked, we were competitive. DeMar DeRozan showed in Toronto that when it looks like the food is done, he just want to go eat. He don't want to work no more.
You know how DeMar.
he's
You
still
know how you know
legit,
DeMar DeRozan.
man.
You know how you know DeMar DeRozan not the alpha. The year he left and the alpha came in,
Chip.
championship.
Hey, DeMar.
And again, I think DeMar is I think he's a really good player. I think DeMar is probably he probably has one of the best mid-range games in the NBA today.
That's a fact.
I think he can contribute to a championship team. I just don't think he can be the best player on a championship team. I just don't think that's who he is. And Zach has yet to show that. And that's why I'm saying that we don't have an alpha yet. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna say something else real quick. You know how you know DeMar DeRozan not the alpha. Because when the Spurs lost the alpha, they stopped winning 60 games. And we struggled to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, another fact. Yeah.
Yo, it's DeMar DeRozan Titus' cousin. Romeo Dillard don't go this hard for DeMar DeRozan.
That's Titus. That's in the regular season, man. That's not the playoffs, bro. That's not in the playoffs, man. That's in the regular season. I mean, nobody care about a Thursday night in Utah, man. I want, you know what I'm saying? Like
Thursday night in Utah.
Like I need, you know what I'm saying? I need that in October. You feel me? But now let's get to the good stuff, man.
Well, no, hold on. Right before, can we get one more appetizer?
What's up?
John Wall to the Clippers. Like it, don't like it. I like it.
I love it.
I hate it.
I just don't think it's enough.
Jeez, we all over the place. So where we gonna go? One spectrum to that? We can go to hate it to love it, or love it to hate it.
Yeah, it don't make me. I can go first. It don't make me look different.
Why you hate it? Why you hate
because,
it?
Because man, I just feel like it's just let's throw another name in this pot. Let's forget how we have to cook all of this up. You know what I mean? Let's just throw another name in this pot. You throwing another ego in there, another guy that feel like he got something to prove, another guy that's not old but not young. So he still has a contract to play for. He just gave up all that big money. So he still feel like he got to go out here and prove that he needs to be the man on a team where you already got two other guys that still have to prove something themselves. Kawhi still has to prove something because he hasn't done nothing since Toronto. PG still has something to prove. So you throwing all of these egos in this mix, and then you asking Tyronn Lue to cook it up. I don't know if this is gonna work. I just feel like you're just throwing another name in there. I feel like you had something good at the end of last year already without PG and Kawhi, and you needed to figure out what they were gonna look like with that. And now you're just throwing another guy into the mix. I just don't like it.
I definitely feel sorry for Reggie Jackson. Wait a minute, you on the love it.
I'm sorry.
I still like it because it plays on what you said, Biv, as far as John Wall having something to prove, Kawhi having something to prove, PG having something to prove, and I think Tyronn Lue is one of the coaches that can actually handle all of this chaos when it comes to this. It's just the fact of who's going to actually be healthy at the end of the day, in my opinion, because I really think
That's
that this
definitely
Clipper
true.
team, this Clippers team, I mean, on paper, when you look at the talent that they have, I think that they do have something that can compete very well in the West. It's just a matter of how they'll mesh together. But I think that with all of those chips on the shoulder, I really think that it can play as a positive force for the Clippers. I'm not going to say title, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to say Western Conference Finals um, because I need to see everybody healthy for actually just at least for the latter part of the year going into the playoffs and see what that looks like. Um, but I, I I'm always I like underdog stories, and I mean I really want the Clippers to get one, just like just for kicks and giggles or something, man. Like I mean I get it, the Lakers, the Showtime, and all of that, but like the Clippers have had so much bad luck if you believe in luck, and I like to see the Clippers succeed, even from way back when they was trash with Ron Harper and all of them days, and I know I'm going way back, but I'm excited to see what this team looks like when they're healthy, when they have those three on the floor. So
I'm gonna
that's
tell
why I
you
say
why
I
I love
like.
it. More dysfunction. It's just, it's more dysfunction over there in LA, right? Because again, like for everything y'all just said, John Wall is a point. He is a pass first point guard, but he needs the ball in his hand. Paul George needs the ball in his hand.
Mm,
Kawhi Leonard needs the ball in his hand. Reggie Jackson needs the ball in his hand. Like all the players that are on your team, they all need the ball in their hand.
they can do
And
a
watch
3-man weave.
John Wall. Yeah, okay.
I'm messing. Go
This
ahead.
what this what I also say. Last time I saw the Clippers healthy, they was blowing a 3-1 lead.
But they had it though. They
But
had
they
it.
lost it. But
They
they
did.
lost
They
it.
did, but they had it.
They're older, so the Clippers is one of those teams where they are intriguing because they can win it all, or they can lose in the first round. Paul George is a year older, coming off another injury. Kawhi Leonard is coming off another injury. John Wall is coming off an injury, and he sat out all year. Like Biz said, my man, 4 years of run. 4 years of run. Like, like they're deep. Oh, Norman Powell's coming off of an injury. It's just, it's just there's no stability with the Clippers.
What
You
is the
don't know
training staff doing
what they
over
are.
there?
They are the freaking man. If for those of you who are old enough to remember they used to have to call them the Portland Jailblazers. That's who they are, man. It's just a bunch of names, man. It's just a bunch of guys. Everybody has their own rep. We know what they can do individually. Can they come together and cohesively win? That is the question. We're not going to question if they got enough talent. That's not the question. We're not going to question whether or not they have a good enough coach, right? And all these pieces kind of stay healthy and work together. That is the question.
Yeah.
That is the question.
Listen, what we know is that teams get better. We just see with the Lakers. That team won a championship. They got old real quick. They went to a bubble. I mean, they went to a playing game, and then they didn't make the playoffs. That team got old real fast. Same thing with the Clippers. Like the Clippers, they getting old real fast. We don't
Yeah.
know who they are. I'm gonna say same
They're
thing with
doing
Denver.
a reverse Benjamin Button.
They getting old real fast. Get real old. Like, bro, that three top players they all injury prone.
They
They
are.
all coming off injuries.
And that sucks.
We don't know what Kawhi gonna be. We don't know what Paul George gonna be. Paul George got healthy, got injured again, and then he just lost in the playing game to the Pelicans.
Pelicans
Like
decent.
they are. So that's what I'm saying. The Pelicans are good. You know, I got them as a top 3 team next year. We don't know what the Clippers are
No,
gonna
but
do.
I definitely get what you're saying, man.
Just don't know what they're gonna be.
That's how they work in Clipper Lane.
But
Yeah.
like you said, sorry Reggie. Like they just keep trying to replace you, man.
Yeah, man. They keep trying to replace him, man. Jeez.
That poor fella.
He was the one holding it down. He was the one holding it down all that
Yeah,
shit.
he really
All
was.
that
He
shit.
really was.
All
yo.
that shit, man.
And this is how they repay him.
He held down the fort.
And this is how they repay him.
So,
It's a dirty.
KD and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Do they go in the same package or do they end up in different destinations?
I think they're going. I think they're going different destinations. Matter of fact, I can almost 90. I bet my house. I bet my paycheck. I bet everything that they go in separate packages because I just think KD is tired of Kyrie. I think soon as Kyrie said yes, soon as Kyrie said I'm opting in, KD said I want out. It may not be true. It may not be true to it, but when he said, soon as Kyrie said I'm opting in, 2 days later, KD said, "Bruh, I want to go to Phoenix," which we'll talk about again. I want to ask her about that. They say I want to go to Phoenix for my, but I just think that that's done.
You need a hell of a package to get both of them.
No,
One team got it though.
Ooh.
No, you
I
don't.
think you do
Why don't
because
No,
the
you
money. I
Why
think you do
don't
because
you?
the money.
No, you don't.
It's Kevin Durant and Kyrie
Yo,
Irving. You mean to tell
one
me
team
don't
right
need a
now.
whole lot for that?
One team right now has the perfect package, bro.
Who?
The Lakers.
The Lakers. That's the only team in my
Russ
opinion.
and AD, bro. What are you talking about?
Russ and
That's
AD.
easy money.
I sign up.
That's
Sign
easy
up
money.
for that easily.
That's easy money.
On which side?
That's
The
easy money.
Lakers.
Yeah, but do you take that as New Jersey?
Yes,
Not
I
New
take
Jersey.
that.
Bro, that's in New Jersey. Brooklyn?
Russ is off the books at the
My
end of the
books next
year,
and I got Anthony Davis.
and I got Anthony Davis to build around. I'm just saying. That's that.
I don't think
it happens.
I don't think it happens. But I don't think that's a. I think that that's probably what people who go
It's
on
the only one.
Something.
It's the only one out there.
No, I don't think it's the only one out there. But I don't think other teams. But I don't think other teams. I don't think other teams are going to give that up.
But I was just talking about just them two. That was it. That's the only option I have with them two. Other than that, you're gonna have to trade your entire team to get those two.
Well,
yeah.
That's New Orleans.
thinking.
New Orleans don't. But New Orleans would be dumb to do it. New Orleans can treat.
Yeah, see, like I'm not considering any of those young teams with a couple of core guys that they should be building around themselves. I'm not including those guys because if they do something like if New Orleans would trade any of those core guys, fire him immediately.
Mm-hmm.
He should be fired right now. Right on the right. Get him out of here right now. Just fire him because I'm not bringing in Kevin Durant, head case. He needs to be in a situation where exactly what he asked for, where he can just go be plugged in and win. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. He just wants to go plug in and win. He don't want to have to coach nobody up, bring nobody with him. Just plug me in, let me play, let me hoop, let me win, and try to win a championship. That's what he wants. Which is why if he gets traded somewhere, it's gonna have to be to a top contending team. And honestly, they're gonna have to give up either the future or they're gonna have to give up the right now.
Which
And there's not too many teams outside of Phoenix, in my opinion, that has the superstar and that you can exchange for him.
I think, well, one, Phoenix ain't giving up Devin Booker. They already said that.
No, I was talking about
Um,
because you can still sign and trade DeAndre.
Well, listen, that I agree with that, but that's complicated too because
You,
there's three teams that can outright pay for DeAndre, which I think is going to be the case. But in your scenario, is that enough for Brooklyn to give up DeAndre, Cam Johnson, what's the
Mikal
other
Bridges.
boy, Mikal Bridges? Like, one, does that make Phoenix better? Because now
No.
you strip away your wings, you strip away your big, and now you got Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Chris Paul. An older Chris Paul, by the way, who as soon as he turned 37, looked 37. Like, Devin Booker I don't think Devin Booker is the guy. I mean, we saw what Luka did to him. Took my man heart. And we just saw what KD went through over there in Boston. So I think KD needs to go to the perfect team. And there's only one team out there. Well, two teams out there, but
you know what team I seen?
That's only one. It's Golden State.
You need to go.
Yeah,
You need to go back. You need to go back. Go back.
but why would you do that if you're Golden State though? Huh? Because you just want to ring without him.
And I can win another ring with him.
Like we're building a dynasty. Like this is the right now. Like why would we trade our right now when our right now just want us a chip?
But do they have to trade it right now? That's what I'm saying.
Do they have to what?
They don't got to trade it right now.
What you mean?
They do not have to trade the right now.
Yeah, they don't have to give up any of their core pieces.
They don't.
You can give up. You can give up Poole. You can give up Wiseman,
Kuminga.
Mm-hmm.
You can give them up.
Yeah, you don't have to give up.
And Andrew?
Nope, you ain't got to give up Andrew. One, you can't give up Andrew because he's still on his rookie deal.
Really?
Yeah, he's still on his rookie deal.
People were in the league for.
He's on his rookie deal. He's been in the league since 03, 04, something. I mean, not 03, 2013, 2014. 2014, you play your 4 years up, and then you get your rookie money, your rookie max.
So he can't get traded because Ben Simmons is over there.
Because Ben Simmons is over there, yep. But I wouldn't give up him anyway because what I would do if I'm going to say this would be my package to Brooklyn, I would max out Jordan Poole. That way the money kind of adds up. Then I would throw in James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, and somebody else, some picks.
You would do that?
Yes. Hold on. What team are you asking me? Am I doing?
I mean, if
I'm either team, I'm doing it.
I don't see. If it happens, it happens. But me as a competitor, bro, like for what?
Hold on. We said you as a competitor.
At Golden. I know. I can only think of me just as me. Like I can try to put myself in Bob Myers and all. I mean, KD. KD at this point, we see like. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just saying, if I'm in a GM spot, like we just won with this team, and we have a team full of youthful stars that they can keep this going, and we can still win now. To me, I don't see how that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. Why go with what might can happen what I know what can happen.
I know what works.
I know what
I
works.
know.
Just a couple weeks ago.
No. Things had to line up perfectly, and then things had to happen. And look, you're still making, in order for them to repeat, Clay has to be Clay.
But we already said that Clay was
Gotta
like
maybe gotta take
85%
another
of the
level.
season.
Okay, then. So what if he doesn't
We
get
agree.
back to being Clay? We know what
What if-
KD. We know what
What if he come
KD.
back?
We still won with 85% Clay.
Yes, but things had to go. These things still had to go right in order for those things to
But that's
happen.
any championship run.
Yes.
So
But why take that out? Why not take that out
chance?
when
Why take that chance?
when I can go and get the sure thing?
Is Michael
I can go
Porter
get the
Jr.
sure
coming back?
thing.
Nah, man. Like I totally. I mean, like it's
I
KD.
feel what you're saying.
It's
I feel what
KD.
you're saying. I feel
But
what
like
you're saying.
thinking as a GM that want to keep
Bro.
my job for the next 4, 5 to 7
Bro.
to 10 years,
Bro,
I'm gonna
I
stick
feel
with
what
what I
you're
got
saying.
in the bank, bro.
Bro, I feel what you said. I feel what you're saying. And I'm not saying that I don't agree with you, but I'm seeing it from just a different perspective. That core has already proven, when healthy, unbeatable. Unbeatable.
I get that.
So why not bring it back? Why not bring it back together? If I got the opportunity and I don't have to give up any of that to make it happen.
And I'm saying you're keeping Andrew Wiggins. And you're keeping Andrew Wiggins. And I'm saying you're keeping Andrew Wiggins, who's 27. So you can still, like, when those other players get old, a little longer in the tooth, turn it over to Andrew Wiggins.
I agree with you, Tamon. That's a tough. It's tough. It's a tough call to make. It's a tough call to make. It's a tough call to make.
One is wrong. I don't think either one is wrong. But you don't know what you have in James Wiseman. You don't know what you have in Jonathan Kuminga. You know what you got in Jordan Poole. But if I'm swapping Jordan Poole out for KD for the next 4 years, and I get to keep Andrew Wiggins, and I know how I build and develop as an organization.
Yeah.
If we want to keep it real, that was Mark Jackson that developed that core, but that's neither here.
Yeah, but they have not since then. They have not missed in the draft.
I was gonna say Mark Jackson drafted the core, put the core together,
right?
But he did have Draymond on the bench.
No, I'm just
saying, I love Mark Jackson.
I give him his respect.
I think he should have got more time with that team. But if we give Mark Jackson respect, we also got to give Steve Kerr respect too.
No, yeah.
Things that he did, because I think a lot of people just take away from Steve Kerr and say that's Mark Jackson's team.
Nah, Phil Jackson. I mean, he pulled a Phil Jackson. He caught the team on the right way up, like Phil Jackson did with Chicago and LA
and the Lakers. Absolutely.
Let's be real.
Absolutely.
not to despite Phil.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Doug Collins had
he was the missing
ingredient.
He knew the right buttons to push. He knew the right strings to pull.
The Zen man.
And that's what made the difference.
But no, I understand what y'all saying. Kevin Durant is, once in a lifetime player. So I totally understand what you're saying. I'm just
for me, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just a simple fact that it worked before. That's it. Because he might be a once in a lifetime talent, but he's not that same dude no more. He's not that dude no more.
You saying he'll slide off?
He's not that dude no more. He got to prove that he got to prove it. That last performance, what we seen from him last, took a little notches under the belt, and then we can't pretend that this dude act like he don't want to go through the fire no more. He just want to be plug and play on a championship team, like he want to be a creative player at the beginning of the season and just put himself on whatever team he want to be on. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, this is how it works. You know what I mean? Like, but that's what it like. That's good to me. That takes a couple of notches off of you.
Yeah, the Nets owner, man, he's
my man.
I know
he won, and he's done. He's done with him. He said the Nets owner said he's done. Mm-hmm. He'd rather have a team that he's proud of that sucks than have a team that is winning that he's not proud of.
I mean, I can understand because like you did all of this to bring a big three, and then like yo, I hate the fact that Kyrie gets the majority of the slight because of the decision that he made. Because I don't knock him for the decision that he made as far as not getting vaccinated. Because that's his personal choice. It just sucks that like.
But you gotta knock him. You gotta knock. That's the reason why I wasn't there.
I guess
it's not a knock on him. It's just telling the truth. That's the reason why he wasn't there. I commend him for standing up for his beliefs and everything. That's all good and all. But hey, bruh, what you believe in caused you to miss time at work.
I think, and here's the thing. Other people are not vaccinated as well. Let's just be real. There are a lot of other people who aren't vaccinated. One, I can't.
He was in New York though.
Mm-hmm. And I agree.
That's you know what I mean. That
played another major role.
Yeah,
played another major role.
That's stupid.
The feds got you again.
He said the feds.
Hey man.
Nah, bro, you breaking up, bro.
Tell Big Brother leave you alone, man.
Got my phone tapped.
Oh, they ain't got my man frozen.
Nah, but go ahead, man. But what do you think? I thought it said a lot that they couldn't find a trade option for Kyrie when he asked for the trade. They couldn't move him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he opted in. And I'm like,
teams would deal with the talent, but not the everything behind it. And I think that's what it is. Because, like, I mean, we all know that Kyrie is one of, if not the best ball handler in the league. He's a scoring threat. He's an offensive wizard. You may agree or disagree on that, but I mean, he's nice when it comes to that offensive end. It's just the fact of everything that comes with Kyrie. It sucks because his reputation precedes him, and it hasn't been a good one to say the least, unless he's been in Cleveland.
Let me ask this question because this was the parallel that I drew was Kaepernick. Have teams kind of got into the point of Kyrie where they're saying, is basketball your number one priority?
Mm-hmm.
And if teams have gotten to that point, are they willing to invest in it? If they have to worry about you missing practice for this reason, missing a road trip for this reason or that reason or another, I don't know if teams are willing to invest in him for that reason. And that's why I think it's going to be hard for Brooklyn to find a trade partner for Kyrie.
I think Brooklyn already got the trade partner lined up, and the reports say there's 3 teams that.
No, you gotta say your sources.
My sources are Google.com.
Nah, you can't let your sources out, man. You gotta keep your sources top.
I was gonna say, listen, per Google.com. But listen, he's still a talent, right? And people will bet on him. Remember Kawhi? He had a terrible reputation coming from San Antonio. He didn't play. He didn't always play. If he got a nagging injury, he was going to sit out the whole season. But people still bet on him. Like Toronto traded a lot to get him, and they didn't even know he was coming back. If he was coming back, he didn't come back, but they got him a championship. And then he became a diva with the Clippers, and they still paid him.
But he doing all this without talking though. Like who?
I don't think Kyrie talking either.
No,
yeah, Kyrie has quotes.
Hold But Kawhi wasn't playing for injury reasons, not political.
Okay, and I agree with that.
You
So
know
I
what
do
I'm
agree with
saying?
it.
I think that part of it is the part of it that's gonna make the difference.
But I also still think you got talent. People going to still fight on that. Like the Lakers are trying to move heaven and earth to getting right now.
And
I also heard
the
the Sixers
GM
put an
is
offer
going.
in. The Sixers put an offer in for him, and Kyrie rejected it because he wants to go to LA.
He don't want to go with James Harden no more.
I'm just saying there are teams that will pay for his.
Oh,
services.
absolutely. But again, it's not the plethora of teams that people would think would be lining up for
I
a
agree.
talent like Kyrie.
I agree. It's probably championship teams and the Lakers.
So okay, let's say they do a even. I ain't gonna say even swap, but Russell Westbrook, Kyrie. Does that make the Lakers a contender?
No.
God, that was neat. Think. What?
I don't think
about
that it doesn't. They still have no defense, and I don't think it helps with. I don't think that helps with the chemistry of that locker room because now you're like, whose team is it between the three of them instead of just the two?
I'm gonna just say this: if they trade to do that swap, they're trading their most reliable player.
Who
Russ
are?
showed up. Russ showed up every game. Russ showed up every game.
He might not have had the greatest line, but he was there. He was available.
He was available every game. KD,
Best ability is availability. Ain't that what they say?
Yeah. Kyrie, don't know. LeBron, don't know. I don't know when they're gonna play.
I don't know.
We're talking about somebody not playing for a nagging injury. KD boy, somebody said AD just got hurt closing his drawer. Like
why they do my man like that, man? AD,
listen,
yo. Did you guys see the clip?
I was just about to bring it up.
KG.
I was just about to bring
KG
it
put
up.
AD on blast. Like, listen, bro. There's like you should be an MVP. You should win at least one MVP, bro.
Bruh, you ain't touched a basketball since when?
I wouldn't have told nobody that.
Nobody.
But and that's to me, that's gonna be no matter what the Lakers do, no matter what the Lakers do. If AD isn't the best player on that team, they're not going anywhere.
Another playing.
They're not going anywhere. I don't care who you put on that team. If AD is not the best player on the team,
Be the difference maker. LeBron. I ain't gonna say it again. I ain't gonna say it again on this show.
Don't do that.
I ain't gonna say it on this
show. You already got your clip.
Yeah. One more time.
But he's 30.
Nah,
but he's 38 though. Like he should have to carry teams.
Ain't nothing wrong with 38.
No, nothing's wrong with 38. But when you 38 going into year 20, carrying franchises for what 18 of those years to the deep playoff runs, yeah, bruh. Like those 17 of those years.
Actually, like 16 of those years.
Like, bruh, man.
You keep cutting years.
Not because he didn't make the playoffs 3 years.
No,
3-4 years. He didn't make the playoffs 3-4 years, whatever. But majority of his career, he carried a franchise on his back, man. He might be 38, but man, his body is by the time April come around, he feel 50. I guarantee he feel 50 by the time April come around, man. All the miles that he didn't put on his body, man. And he wore it down. That's why I say if he's the best player on the Lakers, they ain't going nowhere.
And we know AD can't be. So that leave Kyrie.
Wow. We don't.
We do.
AD,
Listen,
do you hear this, man?
it's been what, 11
This man
years?
said you can't listen. You done had KG call you out. Now you got DW calling you out, man. No, come on, man. AD, listen, I got faith in you, good brother.
I got faith. I don't have faith in him. I don't have
I know
faith.
you don't.
I don't have faith in him.
You ain't got faith. Listen, you ain't got faith.
He is who he is.
You got hope.
I got hope. I got hope in him. I got hope that
he's still on the other side of 30.
Listen,
barely.
Barely, but he
barely. But his body don't say he's 30. His body don't say his body on the other side of 30. His body on the other side of 30.
Oh man.
The boy been healthy one season. They went to and again, we talked about this. He been healthy one season and he had like 5 months to get healthy.
He had an all season in the middle of it. That don't even count, man. That don't even count. Him and LeBron. But that team, man, is I don't know.
And the only way he touched the ball during that time is because he had to.
Because I mean, we know how talented he is. We know how talented he is. You know what I mean? We know how talented he is. But is he gonna take that? Is he gonna take that next step?
Hey man, time is ticking. AD, you got to take this step, bro. Because listen, it's other ones that's coming behind you. That's past.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Because even in the bubble run, he wasn't an alpha.
LeBron kept trying to give it to him. Please take it. I can't handle it no more.
Let's be real.
When he was in New Orleans, he wasn't an alpha. In New Orleans, he wasn't the alpha, bro.
Yeah, he was the alpha, but where was they going?
He was the alpha, he was the best player, but
bruh,
he was trying everything that he could.
His best season in New Orleans is when he had another alpha, Rondo.
They went to the 6th seed, and then they got swept.
Okay,
they got swept.
Just being real, just keeping it 100. Because let's be real, even he was the most talented player on that college team.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a part of that team.
Man, they had that all-star team. Let's be real.
Exactly. He was a part of that team. That was a team that made that run. Everybody played their role. It wasn't like they just rode Anthony Davis to the national championship.
No, that's a fact.
So I don't.
Real?
Yeah, please. Do.
Executives are taking Devin Booker over him right now, and Devin Booker was the 6th man on that team.
People grow differently, but people grow differently. But with AD,
yes, Rondo is an alpha male over DeRozan DeRozan Titus. Come on, man. Come on.
He has was KD alpha.
Is KD an alpha? Yes, KD was an alpha. I don't know if he still is.
Now. He was
no, at one point. He's not anymore, in my opinion.
Russ always listen.
I don't think KD's an alpha anymore, in my opinion.
KD never been an alpha. If we being 100, he's never been an alpha. Listen, no way I'm the best player on the team, and I'm yelling, I'm open, Russ, I'm open, and Russ is waving me off. No.
This is Russ. You gotta go. Man.
Russ was the alpha.
I think they were both alphas, and that's why they didn't work.
Russ was the alpha.
I would pick that one over. I would say they both was. I think they both were alphas.
No way you can tell me. Listen, KD not the alpha now. Kyrie running. KD
I definitely don't think KD an alpha now, man. He definitely not alpha.
To go to New York.
He I ain't gonna say he there, but he borderline on cupcake in my opinion, man. The way he behaving,
he can't even get a step down from alpha to what? What is it? Beta? No.
Nah, man. Nah, man.
Is it beta? Is it delta? Which one of them Greek alphabets?
Nah, man. Nah. It's one thing to ask for a trade, Well, to be demanded a trade to the number 1 seed. The only teams you want to go to is the number 1 seeds.
Well, nobody wants to go to Sacramento. I
Well,
mean, come on now.
well, there's a lot of room between worst and first, Tamon.
What you mean?
Why not go? Why not go home?
Yeah, why not go home and be the missing piece
Washington?
and carry the Wizards?
He said he ain't trying to go back home for all that nonsense.
Why
man.
not? Why not go home and carry the Wizards?
But he's trying to go to Phoenix.
Huh?
But he's trying to go to Phoenix.
Trying to get another easy ride, bro.
Man, I be trying to
He's trying to get the easy ride, bro.
I'm trying to take up for you.
I try to take up for him too, but I gotta call a spade, bro.
You can't be alpha with burner. You can't be alpha with burner accounts.
Said what?
You can't be an alpha with burner accounts.
That's allegedly.
No, I thought he admitted to it.
Nah, he did. He did admit he had one.
I thought he admitted.
I just continue trying to take up for him. Listen, man.
And KD, my guy.
KD,
the talent is undeniable. The talent's undeniable. The talent's undeniable.
Extremely.
But I tell you one thing. He don't have to worry. He'll never be in the GOAT conversation. And I'm gonna take it to another level. We were talking about it the other week. He ain't scraping. He ain't getting into nobody's top 10 with these antics.
Top 10 small forwards.
Top 10 all time.
Not top 10 all time.
Oh,
the only way he can do it is if he go home.
But okay. So, with that being said, there's always a slight on great players when we're talking about who's the best, and they always count rings. So with him ring chasing now versus later on down the line, what's the difference between him and a Karl Malone trying to do it late
Karl Malone gave 20 years.
The difference is in the question that you asked. You answered it in your question. They did it later in their career, bro. And I wouldn't have no problem with him chasing rings right now. I don't got no problem with him chasing rings right now. But bro, you were in Brooklyn in a situation, right? Now, granted, you and Kyrie might have been beefing or whatever, but that's supposed to be your homeboy. Y'all can't patch it up. He just opted in. Why not stay there and continue to try to win? Nah, you want to leave, but you don't just want to leave. You want to leave and go to a situation that's already built, and you just want to go in and be the guy to put him over the top. At least I can say when LeBron got his super teams, they were all built from scratch.
Then isn't there a saying, if they build it, they will come?
They did come to Brooklyn. They did come.
No, he said that he wants to go to everything that's already built. Hey man, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah. All right.
So
KD, they built Golden State.
That's fine. That's fine. That's all fine and dandy.
Listen, I'm not mad at the Golden State move. I'm not, because they deserved they deserve the free agent. But bro, you are asking for a trade to top teams. Like, you asking for a trade to go to Miami. You asking for a trade to go to Phoenix. Like, bro, ask for a trade to go to Indiana.
If he asked for a trade to go to Golden State, that's where I can't help you no more.
With this Golden State, I wouldn't be mad. I'm gonna tell you this. That's the only team, and it's not because I'm a Steph fan, but that's the only super team that I would not be mad if he asked to go back.
I mean, of course you wouldn't be mad.
But it's not because, and again, I'm taking all bicep.
Okay.
Because to me, it's like unfinished business. It's like what could have been. Like, if he stayed there, they could have ran the NBA for years to come, right?
But then it would be like, well, then what was the point of you leaving?
And that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Why did you leave?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's him right in the wrong. Like, okay, I shouldn't have,
my bad.
That's my bad. Like, You're right. I was acting up. I was messing up. And he going back, and it's like, okay, the story is continued. It's like it was to be continued. Now let's see what we could be. Now
Hey,
that we got the whole team back together.
if we
Other
had
than that,
Titus and James in here at the same time, I
bro,
think this comment section would have been going nuts right
lit.
now.
This thing will be going lit. And listen, even I want him in Philly. But I said this the other day. I said that's a soft move for him to go to Philly. KD, you are a top 11 player of all time.
He caught himself. He caught himself. He caught himself.
You are a top 11
He's
player
a
of
top.
all
You are a top 10 talent all time, no doubt.
You are a top 5 talent of all time. But you are a top 11 player of all time. People should want to come play with you. Like people should come join you to put y'all over the top, not you going to somebody else's team. You've always went to somebody else's team, as opposed to when you are the guy in Brooklyn, and when things don't look right, you went out. And again, I don't know what happened with the organization. I don't know what's going on with that. But at the end of the day, if you are that dude, Brooklyn is your team. Have people come to play with you, as opposed to you saying, I want to go to Phoenix, or I want to go to Miami, or I want to go to Philly because Philly is 13, or I wouldn't be opposed to going to Toronto. I bet you wouldn't be opposed to going to any of those teams.
I don't think he sounded like that.
Sound just like that from his burner account. Just like that from his burner account. Like,
I wouldn't even have it. I don't have an issue with him wanting to leave. It's just the teams that he chose. It's just the teams. This is the teams that he chose. I'm like, man, you just want to walk into a championship. You just want to walk in a dream.
And just have them trade Kyrie, bring back a player, because that Brooklyn team is not devoid of talent, and is not going to suck next year. If they can get a healthy Ben Simmons, if they get Joe Harris back, when they get Joe Harris back, it's not devoid of talent.
What
Yeah, man.
what I ain't even gonna hold you. What got me is that I watched half of his podcast last week, and he was like, everything was everything. They was like, what if Kyrie don't opt in? What if Kyrie opts in? He seemed like, okay, I'm gonna just be here in Brooklyn, and then
until Kyrie opted in,
and then it was like, yo, all right, I want to go to Phoenix or Miami. Wait a minute, bro. What they in the Western Conference in the East? Like, bro, you.
Yeah.
And Miami, listen, Miami would be
You
the
give me
exact same thing as him joining Golden State. Like, they were one shot away. Well, no, because Golden State actually went to the final. But Miami was one dumb shot away from Jimmy Butler going to the finals.
Yeah, like you're going to contenders, and you're trying.
Nah, he's not going to contenders. He's going to right on the peak of being champions.
Yeah.
You're right there. You're missing him from being champions. That's what he's going to.
Gosh, man, we trying
And
to
let's
take
be
up
real.
you,
And let's
KD,
be
man.
real.
Come on, Kevin.
KD, you were a foot size away to the finals by yourself.
Yeah, you really was.
And listen, that Milwaukee team, because Milton was there,
He definitely was.
that team was fully healthy. And you were listen, I know what happened. Listen, Boston Punk team, man. Boston Punk, my man.
You said it was Boston's fault?
They punk KD. He feel like he ain't the same. They did something to my man. They did something to my man, KD. He ain't the same. He don't feel the same. His pride hurt. Like, how can you go from watching that series to being that foot size away to going to the finals to now coming to this series, and you went out, you want to go to Phoenix, and you want to go to Miami? He giving me real LeBron vibes right now. He giving me real LeBron vibes right now.
I don't even think it's LeBron vibes, though.
When LeBron couldn't get past Boston again, when he couldn't get past Boston,
Man, uh, there's who else? DeAndre Ayton. Where y'all see him? Where y'all see him landing?
I don't say where I think he goes, but and where I think the perfect fit would be for him. Where I think he goes is Indiana. Where I think the perfect fit for him would be in San Antonio.
I like for him to stay in Phoenix.
Well, that ain't happening, brother. He said he don't want to play for them, and they don't want it.
I've heard reports of Detroit. I think that would be that. No,
They signed.
no.
They signed. They signed. They got the rookie. So they said they out on him now.
Okay, well, I
They
don't
got
know,
Jalen Curry.
man. I don't know. I listen on that one. That one is a flip a coin to me.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like it's because he's a very above average big. Phoenix, man, y'all got a bad reputation, bro.
I actually think that's perfect for him.
I said, I don't know where he's gonna go, but the place that I would like to see him go is Utah.
Oh yeah, me and you talked about that. I like that.
I like him in Utah, especially if Utah were willing to pay Rudy that money. You can give DeAndre that money.
Yeah.
You know, he's an upgrade offensively, and I think he's just as good as a defender as Rudy. So,
you really hate Rudy, Grib. You really hate Rudy, bro.
No, I don't. I don't think Rudy Gobert is bad. I just don't think that in today's NBA he gives you much value.
Rudy over here stealing money, man.
But you just said that he is the same defender that Rudy Gobert is. If he was the same defender that Rudy Gobert is, Phoenix would gladly pay him the max. But he's not. He's a cone. But he's not a cone.
He's not a cone.
He's not a cone. But he's not the same. He's not the same rim protector that Rudy Gobert is. He's not the same defender Rudy Gobert.
Again,
I gotta draw a line somewhere.
I don't see where Rudy Gobert is that great of a defender.
It's because he's from Utah, ain't it?
No, it has nothing to do with that. I just don't think he's that great of a defender. Like, he jumps up and he blocks shots. Okay, whoopity freaking doodah. He doesn't have to defend. He doesn't have to defend anybody in the low post, right? And he's a liability once you get him out on the perimeter, which is where today's NBA is played. I don't think DeAndre Ayton is that far off from Rudy Gobert in those respects. That's all I'm saying.
Why they keep voting for my man to be Defensive Player of the Year?
I don't know. You gotta ask them, bro. You gotta ask them, bro. I don't understand how a big who doesn't have to defend low post guys and is a liability on the perimeter is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate every year. I don't get it.
They said that when he is the nearest defender, people shoot 16 percentage points less than they usually do.
Oh, I like that. That man did that research, but go ahead.
And they said even as a defending 3-point shooter, he defends it at a 13% less than people usually do.
And yet, and still, every year in the playoffs, we are questioning whether or not he should be on the floor at the end of games because he's a defensive liability.
That's because people be going small and attacking him. And
that is in today's NBA. That's why I keep saying in today's NBA, his defensive value is not as great as everybody wants to make it out to be because he's such a liability. When you need him, you mean to tell me that I would never dream of taking a Defensive Player of the Year off the floor down the stretch of a game?
He wasn't the Defensive Player of the Year that year when they took him out.
But he had won one at that point, right?
He probably won 3.
All right, that's my point exactly. So a multi-defensive player of the year because of the days. If this was the 90s, early 2000s, man, I understand his value. But in today's NBA, he's more of a liability when you need him the most at the end of games than not. And I just feel like DeAndre Ayton, he's not that far off.
I'm not paying Rudy $200 million.
I'm not either. But that's what I was saying.
I'm not either, but his market value is that.
Well, that market is
Great.
foreign market.
I think Rudy's lack of offensive liability. I think he's more of an offensive liability than defensive liability. Because I think if he could punish people on the offensive end, you won't worry.
That would almost negate his defensive liability, but he doesn't have that, and DeAndre does. And DeAndre does have the offensive game.
And I agree with that, but I ain't paying DeAndre Ayton $200 million either.
No, I wouldn't pay DeAndre that either. But again, I was just saying, if Utah was willing to open up their pocketbook for Rudy, they should be willing to open up their pocketbook for DeAndre.
Well, why Phoenix ain't willing to open up the pocketbook for DeAndre?
Phoenix cheap, bro.
They just paid Phoenix and Devin Booker.
Because Phoenix thinks that Chris Paul is more valuable to their success than DeAndre. That's the only way. That's the only way I can view it. If you're willing to pay the older guy that type of money and extend him, but you're not willing to pay the younger guy, then that means to tell me that you feel as though that the older guy is more valuable to your success than the younger guy.
Well, they feel
the
like
other guy is replaceable.
I guess they feel like they feel as though no center is worth that money. Which, if you had Jokic or if you had Joel Embiid, you would pay them the money.
Of course.
But that's what Phoenix philosophy is.
Other than that, though, I mean, outside of those two, like, what other bigs are you paying that type of money? Like,
are we talking about centers or are we talking about just
no centers?
Are we talking about 5'4"?
Five.
No centers, none.
But I will say this. I would pay Rudy's the third best center in the league.
Who?
Rudy.
Is the what?
The third best center in the league.
You said Rudy's the third best center in the league?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on who we talking about lining up at center then, right?
I'm just talking about pure centers. He's the third best pure center in the league. But if you're talking about putting Cat in that class, or if you're talking about one, he had a bigger impact. He has a bigger impact than Cat. But if we're talking about he has a bigger impact than Anthony Davis as well. So yeah, it doesn't matter. He's the third best center in the league. Like,
I can't agree to that.
Hold on, let me go look at let me make sure that I ain't tripping because I don't know if I can disagree with that honestly.
The third best center in the league is Rudy Gobert. Oh man!
For now,
research department. Look.
For now, I don't know if you can. For now, I don't know if you can. For now, I don't know if you can argue it because younger like DeAndre Ayton is still got some seasoning.
Still got
some stuff, some work to do. I don't know. Hold on.
I'll say this. Okay.
Actually, I take that back. He's fourth.
Okay. I can say because
he's not better than He's not better than Vucevic.
Nikola Vucevic?
Yeah.
You mean the person that y'all trying to get rid of to get Rudy Gobert?
That'd be the dumbest thing we could do. That'd be the dumbest thing we've done.
I take Miles Turner over Rudy, man. Man, come on, bro.
yeah. I'm not a big. I don't see the Rudy Gobert love in today's game. I don't understand it.
I get, but I'm just talking about impact. He is impactful at what he does. He's better than Vooch. Vooch folded in the playoffs. He's the reason that you lost. Having him and DeMar DeRozan. But Vooch doesn't play defense at all. Like, he don't like defense. Ain't no D's in his name.
Man, that's majority of the league.
But in order to be good, at least Rudy Gobert does give you 16 points a game. Like 16. Boots don't give you no
What
blocks, like
what are you
no
talking about?
steals. You don't see Rudy Gobert give you 16 and 16. Blocks a game.
Hold on. Okay. Go ahead. Keep talking.
He don't even attempt to block. He try to take charges. He trying to take charges as a 7-footer.
Hey man, that's defense. That's part of
I
defense.
can't, but he don't draw them though.
That's part of defense.
Listen, it's a scene in what's the scene in Rebound when they was like, man, the big boy got off the bus, and then when they started driving in, he just fell before somebody touched him. That's Vucevic. Like he just fall before people even touch him. And again, he come from that Euro style D. He come from that Euro style of play. So, but I can't say Vucevic has a bigger impact than Rudy Gobert. I can't.
Nah, I wouldn't say that either.
But I would say.
But I will say that as great of impact as we talking about, he has no impact in the playoffs.
Neither the Vucevic. But I will say this: if you was gonna give me Jared Allen over Rudy Gobert, I might have sided with you. But Rudy Gobert, we talking about impact.
I'll take Steven Adams before I take Rudy Gobert.
No way in hell.
Give me Steven Adams every day.
If they both getting the same money, give me Rudy Gobert.
I ain't worried about the money. I'm just talking about the player.
Nah, can't do it.
I'll take Steven Adams every day.
Maybe in a strongman competition, but not as a basketball player.
I'm actually shocked Rudy averaged 15. I was actually
15.
shocked at that.
Yeah. You know why you shot? You know why you shot, bro? Because you don't see it.
Nah,
the numbers are just numbers, bro. It's empty. There's a whole bunch of empty rebounds in there, bro. He does not have a 16 rebound a game impact. He doesn't. He does not have 16 rebound a game impact.
Maybe not in the playoffs, but this is what I also say. The construction of that team is terrible.
The Jazz?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
that team was solid.
I'm still thinking turnover.
Rudy Gobert, they depended on Rudy Gobert scoring.
I'm still taking Miles turnover Rudy. I don't even care what the numbers say.
Indiana don't even want Miles Turner.
I like him.
That's stupid. That's on them.
I like him.
Miles Turner don't even rebound. He has like 6 rebounds a game.
7
rebounds a game.
Listen, he averaged almost 2.5 to 3 blocks. Same thing as Rudy.
Rudy, but Rudy gave you 16 rebounds.
But you don't feel it. You don't even feel it. 16 rebounds. Like you still feel like he gets 6 or 7. Like
he in the playoff.
You look at the Moscow. You be like, man, Rudy has 17 boards.
Is that one of those ones to where he'll like miss and get a rebound?
No, it's because
he probably get like 4 or 5 offensive rebounds from himself
From himself.
He shoot like 60% from the field.
From himself a night.
It's the Utah hate. It is. It's the Utah.
No, it ain't no Utah hate.
Bro, it is. I don't see the value in Rudy Gobert. I do not see it. I keep looking for it,
but
and
how
people keep explaining it to me, and I'm like, dude, I watch him in games, and I'm like, yo, he is absolutely not needed.
How do we see the value in Vucevic? Because you can line Vucevic up and take advantage of him.
Hold on, Vucevic get.
He do
buckets.
He do get buckets. But Rudy Gobert stopped me from getting buckets.
When?
Okay. With me, I have no Utah hate.
It's 4 blocks a game.
I have no Utah hate. But if I'm watching,
but this ain't got nothing to do with it.
I don't notice that Rudy is in the game like that.
Yeah, it's no impact, bro.
Even if he gets 3 blocks in the first half, I still don't. It's like, okay.
I don't see Vucevic's impact. And I love Vuce. I do.
Vucevic is a bucket.
He is.
He had more of an impact in Orlando than Rudy had with Defensive
Stop.
Player of the Year years, man.
So why were they consistently 7-8 seed?
Who?
Because
Orlando?
the team sucked.
You talking about Orlando?
Yeah.
Orlando hadn't been good since they had Penny, bro.
The team sucked.
And Utah construction is terrible.
Yeah, I tell you what, switch them. Put Rudy Gobert in Orlando, or put Vucevic in Utah. I bet you Utah better off with Vuce, and I bet you Orlando's worse off with Rudy and his offensively challenged self.
I bet Orlando make the playoffs as a 4 seed.
Oh wow! All right, Dom.
He didn't even believe it himself.
Yo,
he barely could get it out. He barely could get it out.
Listen, you gotta tell me who you putting around Rudy, man.
Nah, he getting the same squad. He gets the same squad. They just switching. His offensively challenged, man. He offensively challenged, man.
Listen, they still gonna make that 7th seed.
Yeah, they probably still make the 7th seed in the G League, but they're not making the 7th seed in the NBA. They be a 4 seed in the NCAA tournament. Rudy Gobert is the best offensive player.
You do need scoring around my man Rudy.
Yes. Again, he's just in the wrong era, bro. And I'm not hating on Rudy. He's just in the wrong era. I do not see the value that he brings to you in today's NBA, man. It is hard. It's hard to keep him on the floor, man.
But we're gonna see this year because I think you're gonna see his value more on the Minnesota team because he's going to be able to be who he is. He's not going to be dependent on to score those 16 points or like outside of Donovan Mitchell.
He was never one to be dependent on as far as points.
Yes, and that Utah team, who was you relying on to score buckets outside of Donovan Mitchell? Jerry Clarkson on the bench, okay.
Bogdanovich.
Yeah.
I really wasn't.
Joe
Ingles? You might not have been. You might not have been, but the team was. And Mike Conley. Joe Ingles. Yeah, man. Those guys were ahead of Rudy Gobert in the offensive pecking order. The only difference is
why he scored 16? Why he scored more points than him?
How many offensive rebounds he averaged a game? Because majority of them can't shoot.
Research department.
Because they can't shoot.
So they was
Jordan Clarkson throwing up bricks all the time, man.
All the
time. Mike Conley always throwing up bricks.
Mitchell be keeping the 100.
Oh, yeah. Spider streaky. He real streaky. When he hot, he hot. When he cold, he cold. So yeah, they were relying on him because the offensive ineptitude of everybody else.
Right, so that's what I'm saying.
But they wasn't calling his number. They was just like
calling his number.
Rudy,
they was like,
I need you to clean up these misses. I need 16 from you.
Rudy, I need you to go get these boards, Rudy, because you know what they're gonna do.
Listen, Rudy has taken up too much of this show. Where is Carmelo Anthony going?
Oh my God, Carmelo.
Hopefully,
I would say home to Lala, but
I was getting ready to say hopefully.
I think that's done.
Hopefully to the retirement office.
Why? Come on, man.
Bruh, man.
Bruh.
Let's be 100. Let's be 100 at the same time, bro.
Oh no.
The teams get worse.
Good to him.
The teams get worse when he shows up, bro. The teams get worse when he shows up.
Gotta go to state.
Nah, man. Go get somebody's front office somewhere or something, man. If you want to get into the agents or whatever, man, get into that, man. But hang them up, Melo, man. Hang them up, man. You have nothing to prove, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
You just need.
I didn't know. No, he got a lot more to prove. But listen,
man, he's not gonna prove it. He's not. What are you gonna prove it?
Okay.
Hold on.
There's no way for him to
No.
it.
There's nothing else that he can prove it.
For Dom, this is a yes or no question for you, Dom. Is Carmelo Anthony a Hall of Famer? Yes or no? Okay, so he ain't got nothing to prove.
Why?
That's basketball heaven. What you mean? He made it in.
So is Russell Westbrook a Hall of Famer?
I guess so.
But he still got a lot to prove.
Yeah, but because he can still prove it. Carmelo can't prove it no more, so he don't got nothing to
Yeah,
prove.
he don't have 20.
He
20
can't
Melo.
prove it, man.
anymore.
Melo,
He can't
go to
Melo
prove
Golden
it.
State.
is a role player.
Go to Golden State, Melo.
Yeah.
Golden State, don't you do it.
Go to
Don't you
Golden
do it.
State. Go to
Golden State. The proof is in the pudding, man.
Go to Golden State,
I
Miami.
love
Hey,
I
man,
love
go
my
wherever
man.
KD go. How
But
about that?
wherever he shows up, they go worse. They go downwards.
Go wherever KD go.
Just keeping it 100.
Okay.
Don't do it,
Yeah.
Golden State.
Listen, I ain't even know Melo was a free agent. I ain't know he was a free agent.
All I knew was LeBron was like, nah, we ain't running that back.
I thought Melo had already retired. Boy, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Stop. You know
I
he's
bet.
still in LA.
I ain't seen him all. I ain't seen him all season.
I seen him a couple times. He had a couple corner threes. And...
I think he did have a couple. He did have a couple buckets.
Nah, shout out to
Go.
Melo, man, for your Hall of Fame career, good brother.
Yeah, yes, sir. Melo, go coach your son. Go coach your son, man.
Yeah.
He had an
What we gonna do?
opportunity. He had an opportunity to go get some rings.
He did. Wanted the money. Bradley Bill.
Nah, his situation I think was a lot better than Bradley Bill's in New York, bro.
You
Bradley
serious?
Bill.
He did have a
Bradley
mark.
Bill could have got out.
He did have a mark. He did take him to the second round of the playoffs, didn't he?
Man, it was just one
Not to the second round. But,
year.
I mean,
Washington. With John Wall.
I was going to say, man, Bradley Bill's done that too already.
well, all right. Well, my argument's dead.
And yeah, man.
Bradley Bill. You had the opportunity, Brad. You had the opportunity.
Hey, Brad.
Okay.
Hey, Brad, go get that bag.
I'm gonna say,
go get that bag.
I'm gonna say, step up
that door
and step up and carry that. Step up and carry that team. That is a solid roster. And if you are who you are supposed to be,
if you are who your money say you are,
you can't. That's who he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be who his money say he is. Because you got paid. You got paid alpha championship caliber, alpha male MVP finals money, buddy.
Let me tell you this. I ain't taking Brad over Darius Garland right now.
All right, man. Let's get to the final thoughts.
Hold up.
God sakes, bro.
You said Darius Garland though?
He nice.
I ain't taking Brad over Darius Garland right now. Darius Garland had his team fighting for a playoff spot. They was actually almost 50 had 50 wins. And then they thought they went up against KD and them, and then went up against a hot Trae Young.
They got a nice. Okay, yeah. That's what I want to say before my final point. Because when we was talking about Rudy, it got me. Rudy's about to be extinct because, this is why I say. So Evan Mobley is pretty much Rudy that can score a bucket.
But Jared Allen is Rudy Gobert too.
And he can score.
10 like Rudy Gobert.
He's a better offensive threat than Rudy. Either way.
Okay, in the post, yeah, I give you that.
It was it was a big that just came out.
Who, Chet?
Not Chet, but we can put
Mark Williams.
Chet is like that boomer bust. Is it Mark Williams? No. What was the fourth?
Or Jalen Duran?
It might have been Duran. No. Because he's more defender. I don't know, but either way, I might take Evan Mobley over Rudy Gobert. That's what I'm. I'm gonna wrap that up like that.
Yo,
Y'all love the
I love-
Cavs then, yo. Y'all love the Cavs. That's what it sounds like to me, man. That's what it sounds like to me. Y'all love the Cavs.
Listen, I like the Cavs. I do like them. I ain't gonna say love them, but I do like them.
I'm sorry,
There-
man. Rudy just got
there-
too much time on this show today, man.
You the one brought him back up.
I did, but it was just I had to get that off my chest because I knew it was something that I forgot.
He got traded for 10 first round picks. He had to get love on the show.
That is.
Man.
And Dwayne Wade ain't talking no sense into him being on the owner. Well, no, he's trying to come back.
Like I said, Dwayne Wade probably traded him.
He said,
"Nah, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere with him."
No, did you hear though? He's trying to come back though. He might try to make a comeback.
Who? Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne Wade, yeah. He said he's sick of staying home with Gabby and her dressing him in feminine clothes and stuff.
He didn't say that.
No, he ain't say
He
that.
didn't say all of that. You had me believing you until you said that.
So he said, got me dressing up in his feminine clothes.
I was like, nah, he signed up for that.
I can see, yep. But listen,
he got a lot weirder since he left the NBA. But go ahead,
bruh. That's my favorite player. Listen, I can't say nothing about this. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about D Wade.
Shout out to the Union family.
I ain't gonna say nothing to the Union family. I ain't gonna say nothing bad.
I respect you, Dwayne Wade. It's just a lot.
So shout out to the Union. That's a shot right there, bro.
Huh?
That's a shot right there.
Yeah, that is a shot, man. I'm sorry. It is just.
Listen. If we keep it in the buck, right? Gang, listen, you about to have me say something bad about my boy. What is her name? Zaya?
No, all right, man. Final thought. No, we're not doing that at all. We're not doing that at all.
But this is what I'm gonna say.
We're not doing that at all. No, just strictly basketball. I'm sorry for saying the Union family. I apologize. Let's stick strictly to basketball. He is arguably one of the best shooting guards ever to play.
Top five, easily. Top five,
top
easily.
3. I just want to solidify my own point. He fell away until he said Gabby had to enlighten him.
No, Dom, we got to do that on the other podcast, man. That is not. And
He right. We got to do it on the other podcast. All right. Anyway.
All right.
You the one brought it up.
I did. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep them in prayer, man.
Final thoughts.
Oh man, shoot. My final thought is, I got the Timberwolves as the top 3 seed, and Rudy Gobert is impactful. He's impactful in today's NBA.
My final thought is, the NBA Finals is, at least the West contender, is based off of where KD goes. The East, I think it'll probably be either Milwaukee or the Rockets. I mean the Sixers.
So I'm gonna say this.
They come out of the East.
If KD goes
to Phoenix, it's Phoenix and Milwaukee again.
I disagree.
You can disagree all you want to. This is my final thought.
Listen.
My final thought is that whatever team that KD goes to in the West is going to the NBA Finals, and they're gonna play either the Bucks or the Philadelphia Rockets.
I respect it.
Whew. My final thought is NBA is going to be a lot of fun next season, man. It's going to be a lot of fun, regardless of where people land. I think, as much as we like Golden State, I still don't think that they're the clear-cut favorite to win it, because when that Greek got his full complement of guys, man. He's something different. So, um, that's my final thought. It's just the NBA is going to be a lot of fun next year, and I think the Greek Freak is going to have a lot to say about who wins that the championship next season. So, any plugs, fellas? Any plugs?
I do want. I ain't got the plug. I don't want to plug them, but I do want to say this. I do like how they pick both their final thoughts to make points about two of the teams I root for, and I can't rebut. But
I thought I was giving your team a shout out.
you did.
The Sixer Rockets.
You did. You did give the
And all I
Rockets.
did
went to the finals.
All I did was say they wasn't the clear cut favorite. I didn't say they was gonna be champs or nothing. Man, guys, dog.
I feel like LeBron. If I ain't the GOAT, it's a
Hey,
shot.
don't put me on the list. If I ain't the GOAT, don't put me on the list.
So I got a couple plugs. Get the
Go ahead.
outlet going. A seat at the dinner table. Every other Wednesday we'll be back. One of these Wednesdays we're coming back. We just don't know when. We're on vacation right now. A lot of stuff popping off. Second, if your wife or your daughter or your side piece is looking for some some handmade polymer clay earrings, go to www.simplyshondell.com. And if you are looking to purchase or sell real estate in the Delaware area, call me, Tamar Matthews. My number is 302-283-9270. Between the office hours of 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and occasionally on Saturdays.
And tune in to Tipping Tuesday.
Yeah, Tipping Tuesday. Well, that's not a plug. That's just, listen, go to the page. Yeah. I'm the only one plugging? Come on, man.
Listen, I ain't feel like plugging.
Listen, I ain't got nothing to plug.
Nope, nah, we're not gonna do that.
Right
So,
now.
Dwayne has a book on Amazon that you can go purchase. So we're gonna go ahead and plug the book. And Dom has the Love Walk, which is on Instagram and on Facebook with him and his wife. So I'm gonna plug for y'all. Y'all ain't going to leave me out here plugging, have me out here like I'm trying to hustle all of my fans and whatnot.
Hey,
nah.
Ain't nothing wrong with the hustle.
Ain't nothing wrong with a plug, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with a little plug here and there, man. You know what I mean? A little promotion here and there. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Ain't nothing like free promotion. But if you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, check out the page on Facebook. We drop content every day. But until next time, we'll see you next Sunday at 9 o'clock. Speak on it.
And none of the comments that I say on here represents me as a realtor.